Really, I just want to tell you guys about this thing that totally changed my life a couple years ago. And I wish so much that I knew about it when I was growing up, with all the fights that I got in with my parents. And like that was dealing with the hardest things in my life, where, you know, the fights with my parents and the arguments we'd have, and it would just nothing I would do would ever work. It didn't matter my side of the argument or whatever. So I was always dealing with that stuff with my parents when I was younger, and I hated my parents. I hated my mom for a long time. Obviously things have changed and I love her now and whatever. But God, man, like, ugh. They're good parents, and we had lots of fights. And I just wish so much that I knew this growing up, because it literally has changed my life so much. God. Basically, so really it's just seeking first to understand before being understood. That's it. I remember the first time I tried it out with my parents, it was like a typical fight where it's like I was so pissed, they were so pissed. I just read that in a book. I think it was Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. Seek first to understand before being understood. So we were starting to fight, and I was like, I just read it, so I tried it on, and I sought to understand them first. And my goodness, it was one of the hardest things ever. Oh my gosh. Because it was letting them say all of their stuff, you know? Let them say it all. And then I was actually trying to understand and get on their side. And it was so hard, and I was crying. This was like a couple years ago. I was crying as they said this stuff because they didn't get my side. They didn't get it. And so it's like I was submitting myself. It was like I was letting myself be walked all over. And so I sought to understand them first before being understood, before trying to say my side. I actually understood what they were saying to the best of my ability at the time. And then I was able to say my side. And then they understood me. And I didn't have to fight that much to be understood. And then we resolved the conflict, or at least like it went better than any conflict has ever gone in my whole life. And so ever since then, my life has been completely changed. And I do that in every single conflict, every single situation, anytime, anywhere. And I could talk for 2 hours on this because of the depth of it. But that's it. I just wanted to give you guys that piece of information because it's the most meaningful thing in my whole life. And so I hope it can mean something to you. It's interesting thinking about it now. I'm realizing that when I was first trying it out, it felt like I was being a pushover. It felt like what I thought didn't matter. It felt like, man, it was so hard. That's what it was. It felt like what I thought didn't matter. It felt like my side didn't matter at all as I was seeking to understand them. That's why it was so hard. So I guarantee you, if you use it in a conflict, it's going to be very, very hard, because as you try to understand them and their side completely without giving your side, it's going to feel like what you think doesn't matter, or what you know, God, until the end of the conversation when you ask them, do I understand you? They say yes, and then you explain your side. Obviously then what you think will matter and will feel like it matters because you get to say it. I just became aware of like why it was so hard, and that was why, because it felt like what I thought didn't matter. Honestly guys, this talk does not give this justice at all. It doesn't. It has changed my life. It's the best thing in my whole life. I promise. I wish everybody in the whole world could get this and use it for their own benefit. It's that awesome. I wish I could talk. I would talk on it for days. Goodness, it just doesn't give it justice. This little talk, this little 5-minute video, it doesn't give it justice. So I don't know. I gotta tell you that, I guess. It changed my life so much. Gosh, I say you guys just try it out and let me know how it goes. Comment. It could have gone terribly, but I want to know. I really want to know, because of what it has been for me. I really want to know what it does for you guys. So please comment it. I'm sure I'm gonna bring up more in my next videos and stuff, but I really, really want to know your experience of it. Comment in this video or the next video or whenever you have a chance to try it out, and tell me how it went for you if you decide to try it, because I really, really want to know. If this video went viral, I would want, out of any video I've ever done or created, if this video went viral, I would be so happy. I could die happy. Because of how much I believe in this. Because of how much I believe in this. That gets me so psyched even thinking about. Frick! I'm all pumped up now thinking that this could go viral. So I gotta title it good, huh? That's all. Thank you and good night.
Tripping through the city with a